Now this is a Broadwood piano, kind of like the one you find Chopin playing, but this actual one was made for a disgraced priest who set up his own commune called the Abode of Love. But I can tell you this great museum here has got some of the most beautiful Broadwood pianos.
The oldest piano firm in the world this time, founded in 1728, and it was far and away the biggest piano firm in the world in the 19th century. Enormous concern, making about 3,000 pianos a year. But I'm afraid it went downhill in the 20th century. But it still is in existence.
So they're still making the Broadwood?
Still making pianos, yeah. Not very many, but they do.
Now this Broadwood piano here, this is the oldest here in the museum, and its date is 1795. But the question is, what's the connection between these pianos, a little country church in West Sussex, a group of Morris dancers, and this family of folk singers?
And unto you I relate the same.
What? I know it's not that, but it's still very good. Funniest moment, probably Travis has fallen down. When he's fallen down stage, it's not good. So we're gonna... Hello there, I'm Mark Reed from the band A1, and I'm here with the kids of Rusborough Primary School! And you're right, and we're here to tell a fantastic story of a great family called the Broadwoods. Now, who's heard of the Broadwoods? Who's heard of the Broadwoods? Who's heard of the Broadwoods? And we're basically a very, very famous family, and they're responsible for some of the world's greatest pianos. But the story we're going to tell you today is one of the lesser-known members of that family. So, you excited, guys?
Yeah! This is the story of Lucy Applejack Broadwood.
Now here in this shady area of the churchyard lies Lucy Broadwood's grave. But you can hardly read the inscription on the stone. It says, "Singing and making melody in your heart." Sounds good to me. Now, it's when you come to this small church here in Rusborough that you see just how important the Broadwood family were. They rebuilt the church, and many of the stained glass windows actually bear the Broadwood name. And over here is Lucy's memorial. Now every year at May Day, a group of Morris dancers called the Broadwood Morris Men lay a wreath at the memorial for Lucy. They've even got a dance named after her, Lucy of Lyme.
We are very proud to keep alive the family name of Broadwood. The Broadwood family were very influential in folk song and folklore collecting in this district. Lucy Broadwood saw a Morris man, or what she thought was a Morris man, dancing at Lyme House. They lived near here. The name Lucy of Lyme, although we dance in the Cotswold tradition, the Horsham tradition, Lucy of Lyme, is a local variation.
And it was here at Lyme House, near Rusborough, that Lucy Broadwood began her unique collection. She used to invite the working classes over to the house to help put the collection together. Now, unlike other Victorians, Lucy didn't collect butterflies or insects or even other people's countries. She collected songs, folk songs. And she often found that the most interesting songs to be collected from
gardeners, gamekeepers, shepherds, rustic labourers, fishermen, and domestic servants of the old school.
She's all alone, making her way to this cold empty home.
And it was said that inmates of the workhouse were also a good source for songs for the collection. Lucy's best source for folk music was Henry Burstow, a shoemaker from Horsham. He was also a bell ringer, But he wouldn't sing some of his songs to her because he said they were too rude. Now Lucy remembers an evening when a dozen old men, labourers, none able to read, came to supper and sang to her. They sang sitting with their eyes shut. Interesting evening, she said. I noted 14 old tunes. Now Lucy Broadwood tells the story of a Mrs. Wilson who was so nervous when she used to sing. She'd be clutching her dustpan and she sang almost as high as a piccolo. They managed to calm her down a bit and take her down an octave. Lucy was following the footsteps of her uncle, the Reverend John Broadwood, who made a small folk song collection of his own and whose portrait still hangs in Limehouse.
All this song of you understand is just to fill the reaper's hand. Likewise.
So why do folk songs matter? Bob Copper and his family have been singing folk songs for generations. And it's Bob's 88th birthday today. Happy birthday, Bob.
Thank you.
So tell us, why do folk songs matter?
I think it's very important to keep one eye on the past. Not to live in the past, mind you, but just bear it in mind, because what we were in those days has made us what we are today, and it's all part of life's rich pattern.
So that's pretty much why Lucy was collecting songs from Sussex and Surrey. She felt that these songs could keep us in touch with our prehistoric ancestors. Now, being a member of the Broadwood family put Lucy in a very unique position. She could sing, she could play piano, she had money, she had connections. She became the Nicky Chapman of her day, judging competitions, pitting the shepherds against the blacksmiths in a kind of pop idol final of the time. So, no. Nah, that's too easy. Sorry. No, this isn't quite me. It's music. I know my piano. Now, Lucy died in 1929, but she's still legendary in the world of folk music. Just like Bob Copper, 88 today, whose family have been singing in the Rottingdean area for some 400 years, and those songs were collected by Lucy. Guess I couldn't resist. Well, I've got a Broadwood, so I had to try out a few A1 songs. But the question is, I wonder if they'll be as collectible as, say, Lucy's songs. I think we're going to have to wait a couple hundred years to find out.